He did, and that's fine. I went out of my way to show him a little bit now. You want to fight? Come on. I mean, I ain't tripping. You ain't got to troll me. Come see me. That's who I am. I don't do talk well, you know?
Have you heard anything from him or anybody in the camp?
No, I ain't heard nothing yet, but they know where I'm at, and they know how to find me.
I mean, you think there's a possibility, Roy? Like,
Choosing people have opinions. It's cool, too. I got opinions, and I'm allowed to say my opinions or speak my opinions. And if somebody was trying to send me a subliminal message, it worked. Because if you want to prove that you're better than me, I'm always better. Wide open, ready to go. It's called.
Well, Roy Jones said that, of course, Floyd made more money than him, but he's the greater fighter of the two.
No. Floyd backed up everything. No. Floyd's a better fighter between the two. Better skills, more technique, the discipline, yeah, everything, yeah.
Okay, one for Floyd.
The need between Floyd Mayweather and Roy Jones Jr. has been finally concluded to be settled in the boxing ring as the pair fire more dangerous shots at each other. This is after Roy Jones responded to Mayweather's trolls by calling him out for a fight, and Floyd himself agreeing to face Jones later this year.
To move around and do what he want to do, he's going to beat you because he's very explosive and he's very mean.
I was going to say mean, too.
To me, people don't give him enough credit. People always say, well, Floyd would beat Sugar. No, baby, Floyd is not as nearly as mean as Sugar was.
You don't think he would have beat him?
How? How you going to keep him off him? Right. Sugar is a dog. Yeah. Just because his name Sugar don't mean nothing. Yeah. Sugar is a dog.
Should feel that way. So if he felt that way, more power to him. If Floyd did something different, he probably has a chance. Just the way he's been doing with normal people, what I saw in his prime, that's not going to work with Sugar. Sugar got a third element, heart right there. We think Floyd got heart. We don't know. We've never seen him challenged. We know Sugar's got one, he concluded. These comments clearly irked Mayweather, which was proven by Floyd posting videos of him watching Roy Jones Jr. get knocked out in fights to his Instagram story on July 6th, which has since gone viral on social media.
To their own opinion, and I'm glad that Roy Jones feels that way about himself. Every fighter that's gave the sport of boxing their whole life and sacrificed a lot inside that square circle, they should feel that way. So if he feels that way, more power to him.
Jones Jr. has now broken his silence on Mayweather's troll with a July 9th Instagram post that was captioned, "Public Service Announcement." What's happening? Fight fans around the world, I know how y'all are enjoying this sport of boxing. I know we play games, and people have their issues, and people have opinions. That's cool too. I got opinions, and I'm allowed to say my opinions or speak my opinions. And if somebody was trying to send me a subliminal message, it worked. Jones Jr. said, if you want to prove that you're better than me, I'm always ready, wide open, ready to go. Just call me, he concluded.
I would not be able to take credit for beating Pacquiao after he got knocked out by Marquez because that's not the same Pacquiao.
Of course.
That's not the Pacquiao at the top of his game.
Yeah, of course.
But in society today, we'll call that person the best fighter ever.
Of course.
When that's not how that goes. That's not reality.
It's clear who he's speaking to with this PSA, and Mayweather is expected to accept the offer, and an exhibition fight might be somewhere around the corner. It's not often people get to see two boxing legends beef despite hanging up the gloves. But when it happens, everyone has something to say. One user laughed as he highlighted that Roy Jones Jr. should have seen it coming. Listen, Roy should have known that Floyd is going to get him back. He can't say nothing, man, the user commented. Floyd Mayweather was the king of trash talk in his prime, and it seems he hasn't lost those skills yet. Roy Jones.
Do you respect the Floyd 50-0, or is it like...
You got to respect anything a person does and stay undefeated that long. So I respect it to a degree, yeah. Is it a 50-0 that I think, oh, he the greatest fighter all the time? Nah. Chavez was 80-0 at one point. 80. He could have retired at 80-0. You go ever top that? No.
Another user explained why Floyd Mayweather was better than Jones Jr. Not only did Floyd never get knocked out or knocked down, he also never tested positive for any PED. Roy did, The user wrote, notably, Jones tested positive for androgen after his light heavyweight title fight against Richard Hall in May 2000.
Jones explains why Floyd and he were so different.
We stood for two different things. He was a social media blowout. He blew it away. You feel me? And that fit his character because he could do it, and do things the way he did it. He was smarter. I wanted to play King of the Hill. He didn't care to play King of the Hill. He wanted to play King of the...
Meanwhile, one user appears to have taken note of Jones Jr.'s repeated jabs at Mayweather over the years. Roy has been talking bad about Floyd for several years, the user wrote. While it's possible that Jones Jr. doesn't harbor any personal animosity toward Mayweather, his philosophy on boxing clearly doesn't align with Mayweather's. Someone else revealed Jones' potential intentions behind dissing Mayweather. He's trying to be relevant as he is becoming broke. The user wrote,
"Is my favorite fighter ever. He's my favorite fighter ever. You guys know I was a huge fanboy and all those things. I've said it repeatedly. But if they were to fight, I'll be rooting on Floyd Mayweather, man. I can't. Listen, regardless of how many times I've criticized Floyd."
Leaving a sarcastic take on the matter, Roy should have just taken easy fights like Floyd, and he would have been TB before Floyd, the user wrote. However, Floyd has fought the likes of Canelo Alvarez, Manny Pacquiao, Marcos Maidana, Juan Manuel Marquez, Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley, and Oscar De La Hoya, just to name a few.
I think he's a nice guy. Floyd Mayweather added in Roy Jones Jr.
I mean, look, once a fighter, always a fighter. Look, if you're going to attack Floyd's character, he's going to attack you back. That's just the bottom line. It's like with me and Berlanga. If you're going to try to attack, like with me, I'm just having fun.
But before he called Floyd Mayweather out for a fight, Roy Jones Jr., a boxing icon in his own right, didn't hold back during a recent interview where he dismissed the idea of Mayweather being one of the greatest of all time. In fact, he said he wouldn't even put Floyd on the GOAT list. If you think Muhammad Ali isn't the greatest of all time, you might as well spit in my face, Jones declared. If you don't respect Muhammad Ali, how can I respect you? According to Jones Jr., greatness isn't just about staying undefeated. It's about sacrifice, impact, and the kind of cultural weight Ali carried. Especially considering the fact that Ali gave up the best years of his career in protest of the Vietnam War and still came back to dominate. That to Roy is what greatness looks like. This fight if you want it. If you want it. What's your...
Not because he did a great job, but he did it for himself and it worked for him. But everybody now wants the Mayweather concept because Mayweather made so much money, staying undefeated, waiting till the right time to fight Pacquiao, fighting the right people to fight at the right time. He monopolized the business. But the problem was, it only made him money.
Floyd Mayweather, who retired with an immaculate 50-0 record in victories over legends like Manny Pacquiao, Oscar De La Hoya, and Canelo Alvarez, has long called himself TBE the best ever. But his comments from 2024 revealed a more complicated stance. While he credited Ali for paving the way, he couldn't resist pointing out Ali's loss to Leon Spinks, a boxer with just 7 professional fights at the time. Ali's a legend, Mayweather said, but if we're talking stats and wins, I've never lost my title to a guy with 7 fights. Roy clearly wasn't impressed by Floyd's emphasis on numbers. And Floyd, well, he didn't offer a formal response to Roy's recent comments, but he did post a video clip of Roy Jones Jr. getting knocked out to his Instagram story. Subtle, not even a little.
Fight?
If you want it.
If you want it, what's your final message to Floyd?
You already know.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm going that way.
That's it.
Ain't nothing ever change.
You can knock him out. Your prime versus his prime, you were way better, right?
You got an X?
Are you gonna get an exhibition before that or something?
The message was loud and clear. Mayweather prefers to speak with visuals and shade. The back and forth highlights the ongoing split and how greatness is defined in boxing. Is it about record and defense or legacy, activism, and influence outside the ring? No matter how you slice it, one thing's for sure, this beef has no expiration date. Jake Paul was interviewed by Fight Hype on July 8th and was asked his opinion about what Mayweather did in response to Jones Jr.'s comments. Nah, Roy is the legend, bro. You can't come for Roy like that, Paul said of Mayweather. When asked who he thought was better in their primes between Mayweather and Jones Jr., Paul added, "I would say Roy was better during his prime, but Floyd just stayed consistent his whole career. But Roy was something different in his prime for sure." It sounds like Paul would side with Roy Jones Jr. instead of Floyd Mayweather in this hypothetical fight.
All right, Roy calls out Floyd Mayweather, and this ain't a good look. I mean, come on, man. Roy addicted to the game like Jordan Payton. Roy need to go sit down, man. And Floyd Mayweather don't fight black fighters, even in exhibitions, dude. He ain't trying to fight nobody melanated. Go on, sit down, Roy. I know it's
But there's a boxing legend who would rather not pick sides. Legendary boxer Manny Pacquiao has entered the brewing feud between Roy Jones Jr. and Floyd Mayweather with a sharp no-nonsense statement. The controversy reignited after Jones Jr. during an appearance on the All the Smoke Fight podcast praised Sugar Ray Leonard over Mayweather. In response, Mayweather retaliated by sharing multiple knockouts clips of Jones Jr. reigniting tensions. When asked about this public squabble, Pacquiao chose diplomacy, preferring unity over comparisons, something he didn't profess in another interview. He told Fight Hype, "I don't like to compare what we have done as long as we accomplish something that inspires the boxing fans."
Clips of his fights getting knocked out. What do you think about that?
Nah, Roy's a legend, bro. you can't come for Roy like that.
Now, who do you think was better in their prime? Roy or Floyd?
I would say Roy was better during the prime, but Floyd just stayed consistent.
He emphasized that each fighter's achievements stand on their own merit. Statements aren't to be subjected to comparisons or stirred drama. The Filipino's intervention reflects his stance that comparisons dilute the sport's essence. He reiterated during the same Fight Hype interview, "I don't like that," referring to Jones Jr.'s ranking of fighters by urging respect over rivalry. Pacquiao underscores the role of boxing legends as inspirations, not medals to rank. His stance resonates with his broader philosophy. Pacquiao and Mayweather's 2015 bout drew massive attention as the highest-grossing PPV event in history. Yet even after that iconic clash, Pacquiao remains grounded, focusing on family, faith, and philanthropy. Unlike Mayweather,
Who was the better fighter in their prime?
Look, in their prime, I mean, I got to give it up to both guys, but, I mean, look, we're retired, man. Let's keep this fighting thing for the young bucks, you know?
But you fought Floyd, you fought him, so you know you know firsthand, you know his talent. Sure. But Roy in his prime, he was like Superman before the knockouts, before everything.
The Asian boxer recently suggested as boastful and materialistic, saying, "I pity him for choosing wealth over spiritual wealth." The Filipino, who is gearing up for a comeback at age 46 against Mario Barrios on July 19, 2025, is not just preparing in the ring, he's also showcasing leadership in the sport's narrative. His calm but firm remarks to Jones Jr. highlight his role as a bridge between boxing's past and future, demonstrating that sportsmanship transcends competition. As Pacquiao returns to the spotlight, he rejects public comparisons, urging focus on inspiring fans. He distances himself from materialistic motivations, reinforcing his spiritual and philanthropic views. Finally, his measured stance elevates him not only as a fighter, but a guiding voice in boxing's ongoing legacy.
Most fighters aren't afraid to fight nobody if they're going to get paid for it properly. The problem is, you don't want to take a $5 million fight and you only going to get $50,000 for it. Because if you lose it, that's almost the end of the day for you. Why would you put yourself on the line for that? It makes common sense what people do. It made sense what Floyd Mayweather did.
Roy Jones Jr. and Floyd Mayweather Jr. are two boxing legends who have left an indelible mark on the sport. Both are widely regarded as the best pound-for-pound fighters of their respective eras, sparking endless debates about who truly deserves the title of greatest of all time. Mayweather, with his perfect 50-0 record, is considered by many to be the greatest pound-for-pound boxer in history. His impenetrable defense and ability to control the pace of a fight made him a unique spectacle. Additionally, his career was marked by extraordinary commercial success, with 4 of the 5 highest-grossing pay-per-view events in boxing history.
Roy and Floyd going back and forth. I just talked to him. Roy was really worked up about it. What do you think, Andre?
They fighters, man. Andre, we're going this way.
They fighters. Is that the biggest fight in boxing today? Like, is that what it really happened? You think it could happen?
Watch out, Andre can still throw hands now. Don't mess with them like that.
They fighters, bro.
Roy said
However, Roy Jones Jr., an undisputed champion across 4 weight classes, holds a different opinion. In an interview with Real Life Productions, when asked if he considered Mayweather the GOAT, Jones Jr. gave a simple but emphatic response. No slick, but punishing Jones was the first man to win a middleweight world title and go on to do the same at heavyweight in over a century. He held top honors in 4 divisions throughout his storied career, beating the likes of James Toney, Bernard Hopkins, and Antonio Tarver with an endlessly watchable style.
With Roy Jones Jr.
Boy, man, whether anybody else got one smoke the word, because you know damn well they can get in on question. Has there ever been a question? That's one thing that's different from Roy. That's the difference between Roy and Floyd. Roy picked these folks. Roy fought whoever the fuck came. He was elected. So, don't get me trouble. Y'all made me tough. Don't get me.
Mayweather famously finished his campaign with a 50-perfect record, holding belts in 5 divisions and dazzling with a defense that is widely considered the very best in the business. He was also one of the most lucrative stars the sport has seen, claiming 4 of the top 5 biggest selling pay-per-view events. Speaking to Real Life Productions, Jones Jr. was asked if Money Mayweather's record meant he was the greatest of all time. He said no. Elaborating, Jones said there were more impressive campaigns out there. You have to respect anything a person does to stay undefeated that long. I respect it to a degree. Yeah, is it 50 that I think he's the greatest fighter of all time? Nah. Julio Cesar Chavez went 80-0 at one point. 80. Are you going to ever top that? No, he just didn't stop. Floyd got to 50-0 and stopped because of Rocky Marciano. Rocky died. If he wouldn't have died, he probably would have kept going too,